Okay, good morning everyone. I'm so happy to welcome you on the fourth Music Talks conference here in Tupelo Centrala. This year the Music Talks is dedicated to the festivals and all what's surrounding it. It's a very important topic for the music industry and for the sector in Bulgaria, but not only, in order to support the local and regional sector and its connectivity, development, competitiveness, and of course, success. I'm very happy to open the conference, but to give the word to our moderator of the first panel. This is, in the beginning was the concept, like in the Bible. In the beginning was the word. So the concept for everyone is the main and most important thing before to become an idea, a plan, and then to a business, etc., etc. So I believe that our fantastic speakers here, a legendary Valkov, the founder of Spirit of Burgas, and Csaba Mata from OZORA Festival in Hungary, which is one of my favorite conceptual festivals, will tell us more about the concept and the beginning. Boyan Pinter, my very good friend, he will be moderate this panel. So enjoy and wish you a fruitful work. Thank you.
And thank you, Peter, for this warm introduction, and welcome everybody to Sofia, me and Peter's hometown. We usually don't get together in Sofia to talk about these things, so it's my absolute pleasure and privilege to open the first panel of this discussion. So I'd like my esteemed guests to give us a short introduction of who they are, just a few words, and then we'll dig into the idea of the concept of a festival. We've already had a preliminary discussion, so I'm very excited about what you're going to hear. You're going to hear some things you've never heard before, that's definitely sure. Over to you, Csaba.
Hello, everyone. Many thanks to invite me over here, and I'm trying my best to be on stage, which I'm not really used to, but I give a try. So I'm Csaba Mata. I'm working for OZORA Festival since 2011, and I have other side small projects like a venue at my hometown and family and other nice things. And I'm mainly doing this, and that's it, I guess.
Thank
you. Hi, everybody. My name is Ivan Valkov. Peter already told you what I have done, main thing, the Spirit of Burgas. I just want to mention that the success of Spirit of Burgas was not only because of me. Such a huge and big festival with local international success was created by a lot of people all together with in one spirit, in one direction. And I'm very happy to meet today Nikki McNeil over there. She's a very big part of international success. She was PR and marketing of Spirit of Burgas. So I'm very happy to meet her again after so many years. At the moment I'm a lecturer in National Academy of Music in Master Degree Program of Management of Music Industry. My lectures are on for the organizing big multi-stage festivals and developing a music career, because these festivals are the main engine of developing a music career at the moment. Plus, of course, other things like social networks, etc. Big part and the main part of my lectures are exactly the conception of the festival. I'm taking, because you can very easily organize a festival. There are step-by-step guides. You can learn from some promoter. But conception is the main thing. If conception is wrong, even the best experienced organizer can do nothing. So I'm looking forward to this discussion because it will be very interesting.
Well, thank you so much. Csaba, let's start with OZORA. How did the idea for the festival come about? What did you set out to create in Hungary?
Well, it's going back into the year of '99 when we have the solar eclipse in Hungary or in Europe even. And maybe you know about it, there is a kind of international movement or crew who's like traveling around the world and creating events like this kind of solar eclipse events. And this happened over there. They just accidentally got into the area called Dad Pusta, which is located next to the village OZORA. But I'm gonna tell about later why the name is OZORA in the end. And they just bump into the son of the owner, who's now the owner, because the old man passed and he's not with us anymore, just up there, but he's checking us for sure. We feel his presence all the way. So they bump into this guy. They came into this area and they realized it has this sort of spirit which really moves people, and there it happened. '99 solar eclipse, and that was a big hit all around the world of the psytrancers, hippies, and all people who love this psytrance music gather there and partying for, I guess, a week or maybe more. Well, they party for sure for a while. And then a few years later, in 2004, the owner had this feeling that, hey, I love this gig at my place, so let's see what scene we have up there in Budapest. So he went up to Budapest, found some guys who were working in the psytrance scene there, and he just asked them, hey guys, like, why don't we just doing a festival at my place? It was so fun back in '99, and they were remembered, that was so fun, so they started there. Then from that till 2011, it became one of the biggest psytrance festival of the world, I guess. And then Uncle Daniel, that was the name of the old man, the shepherd, they call it in the other way. He went to the boom with his Mercedes because he was a wealthy, like, agricultural man, and he loved his hobby, like this was his hobby, the festival. So he went to the Boom Festival with his wife, with his super nice Mercedes, and he discovered, hey, there is other things than just a psytrance stage and that's it. So let's see, maybe we can do something more in our place. So he went back to OZORA and he found out, okay, let's do some workshops and yoga and other stuff. And then it happened in 2011. And then after that big hit, it was a serious big hit, insane crowd, insane situations, and kind of a illegal style, bit of an old school rave, big up UK. And yeah, that was a hit. And then those guys who were in the promotion, they said, hey, we would like a cut from the income of this nice event. And he said, no. And then he kicked out all the people because they said, then okay, then we're not working for you anymore. Then our crew came into the situation. So from 2012, new crew, and then right on that year, 300 cops arrived to the festival and check us out, like what the fuck we are doing around. That was intense, like 100 cars of cops and stuff like that, and everything was so illegal, I can say. No cashier, nothing, just, and you know, like psytrance parties, what you are doing, not just drinking, you can have other substances, of course. Even like advertising on cardboard and stuff. So yeah, it was heavy, but we survived somehow, and we got a nice advertisement for the media on that time. That illegal big drug festival in Hungary, OZORA. So then the Hungarians realized there is a festival in Hungary which attends around 30,000 internationals and a few thousand of Hungarians. So yeah.
There's no such thing as bad press, eh?
Yeah, bad press is the best. I love it. We got really like, and so far we got on the road, started on the road to get legalize everything. We got cashiers. Now we have ATM, and you can pay by card, of course. But this was a process. Like we arrived to this level a few years before, and then COVID came, whatever. So yeah, so now we have 8 music stages, plus minus another one. This is a renegade stage, which we try to handle them that they are blacksmiths, and you don't fuck with the blacksmiths. They are really crazy guys, but we love them, of course. I also root for them, but it's not easy if the blacksmith place is next to the VIP area, so it's not easy to chill out then. And we have a huge workshop area, and we have a huge tower which is full with visionary art. Now we have a constant gallery of visionary art, and we have a healing area with 3 places with massage pods. We have a lake which also created because the owner, I want a lake, and there it goes. Now we have a lake, and he likes to jet ski on it, but now he's swimming as well, so he's changing. So it's super nice how the connection is changing with the people around the festival organization. And we have also kids area, plenty of it, and we have many structures made by acacia, so it's gonna stay there for 20-30 years for sure. And we have a huge dome, and I don't want to say more because I can't really explain these places. You have to come for sure, at least enjoy it, because I can't, because I work there. And there are plenty photos I gave to the tech crew, so maybe if they realize.
Yeah, can we show a few photos? Is this a good time? Може ли да покажем снимки от фестивала, моля?
Because in this big screen gonna look much better than on phones. So yeah, and check out the videos and stuff, and yeah, I don't know, like
there you go.
something like that. Yeah, flower, of course. Yeah, that's the workshop area. It's a huge barn. Yeah, that's a participant.
So I can summarize. So you had a fun thing in '99, which was a great year, definitely. And then you made some good memories, and you said, hey, we should do this again, but bigger. So you took some inspiration from Boom, which was in Portugal, right? Boom Festival?
Well, the inspiration came earlier, but the upgrade of the inspiration, I think it's mainly from Boom.
Yeah. And so over the years, with that rage that essentially did you more favors than damage, essentially, you went in from a very organic event to being just a little bit more organized, even though the king, or the owner of the lake, let's just call him that, he is kind of anti-organization. He wants things to be organic, people to kind of work together towards something and not be heavily commercialized.
Something like that, but not just the owner, like most of the crew. And I came from the NGO area, So I had some experience with how to do team buildings and stuff, and moderating meetings and scheduling things. But I let this go, like, because we don't work like this. We have meetings, of course, which is like mainly a nice lunch, and we talk about what tickets and whatever. And then, of course, we have many other things to discuss. But yeah, we are easygoing and chaotic, of course.
The order and the chaos. What time of year does the festival take place? When is it?
Yeah, that is tricky as well, because officially this year we are opening on Monday the festival. That is the great opening with the horses and the ceremony, and we have this fire burning, and then people are running into the stage, super like in fucking movies,
like in a Viking movie, yeah.
Like in Viking movies, people are running to the stage to party. It's insane. You don't wanna be there when they all start to run. It's it's really dangerous. I don't know how we survive this. I don't really understand. We have really like a bunch of guardian angels for sure, for at least the regiment. So, but before we starting, we let the people in 4 days before, like to settle in. It's 80 acres area. 30,000 people had to fit in somehow into the bushes or into the shade. It's August. It's kind of dusty and getting really, really dirty, and of course hot. And then you can leave the festival on the 6th, 7th. So yeah, you have time also to pack up yourself and get out. So it's around a 10-day journey, I guess. If you wanna have the full version, you have to go for 10 days for sure.
And this is in June, in summer?
It's happening. It's starting this year on 26th of July, noon. You can enter from noon, and you can get out. I think the 6th or the 7th is the Tuesday. 5, 6, 7 noon. And with the last tune happening on Monday, and of course there is an after party for the crew and the leftover people on Tuesday, I guess. Yeah, we have a cooking groove after overcooking party. Yeah. Very
nice. Well, it seems like there's a lot of everything, and with these organic events, people seem to take care of each other, so your crew and security doesn't have to get, with bloody noses. So people seem to be very amicable. That's the idea, I think, of the event, that everybody sort of gets along. They rediscover themselves, and
Well, when we step on the route of legalization, everything, we had to do some deals with the government. Okay, guys, we're gonna let you do it, but you have to have this security team, okay? We said, okay. So now the connection is nice, but those guys, not like in Dutch or in Western Europe, that they are like party manager kind of attitude. They are like old school guys. Grab it, fuck it up, kick it out. And when some people got insane because of some shitty drugs, then you really need those people sometimes, but you can handle it differently. But lack of professional is the new word of this Europe, I guess.
Well, maybe that's the idea behind OZORA, and it seems to work very well. I'm going to get back to you on the superimposed structure after the idea, and then we'll talk about the franchising, of course. But yes, I'll kick it over to Mr. Ivan Valkov to tell us about the inception of the spirit of Burgas.
Conception?
Yeah, the idea that got you started.
Yeah, okay. I shall start a little bit earlier. These times, several years between the started year of Spirit of Burgas, I worked with a production team of MTV Europe for live events. Very big professionals, of course. They can work with MTV Europe if they are not. They were working on festivals like Glastonbury, Tea in the Park, V-Fest. In fact, all of them were more experienced than me. I also had some experience. I have done previously concerts of Manu Chao, Soulfly, Kraftwerk, Megadeth, a lot of such big and small bands. And I worked with Chermenko, which is owned by Nick Hobbs, one of the very big names in world's music industry. He's lecturer of annual music conference of promoters in London. So he MTV wanted to work with someone in Bulgaria, and he said that I'm the right guy. So when we start to work with this production team, after work we sit down, drink beer, and talking why there is no real big festival in Bulgaria, open air, which is to become part of European festival stage, not just local festival like Bansko Jazz Festival or like Kavarna Rock Fest. So we decided to find a place for this, and we decided that the Burgas is the best place because of the communication. Airport, transport in the middle of the Black Sea, so people who are on the north or the south can easily get to this place, with very huge beach and a very good old park. And we received support from the community, from the mayor, and we decided to start. And this time I was not very comfortable because it appears that I has to be the boss of the people, with every one of them with much bigger experience than me. So I told them this, and they told that in fact I'm Bulgarian and they can't deal with Bulgarian mentality, Bulgarian, how to explain?
Sound familiar?
This enough, I think. And that they shall support me, and they think that I have enough knowledge to run this. And in fact, it happens like that. I was part of the conversation between subcontractors and them, and I see how big is misunderstanding between British kind of thinking and Bulgarian kind of thinking. Now it's not the same. They're getting much closer, but this time it was a very big difference. Another issue is that nobody in Bulgaria has any idea what we are doing, in fact. So we had to educate all subcontractors and team. And for such big festival, we need a huge team with experienced people. The first years, the people from Britain contributed mainly. And after 2 years, Bulgarian team was quite enough to handle. And on third year, the people from Exit AAA production, the main guys from Exit, came to work with us also. And we were very happy. Ivan Mililov, who is one of the main guys in Exit, started to advise me. And step by step, I became much more experienced than when I started the festival. What else to do? The conception is not very original. It is adapted conception of open-air, multi-genre, multi-stage festivals in Europe. What I have done is to adapt it to the Bulgarian market. I invited main promoters in electronic music, drum and bass, main promoters. In every style, I was gathering together a very good team, and I was thinking about all over conception and programming, and I was dealing mainly with the main stage. I managed to bring The Prodigy, Fate No More, Moby, and much more bands. So this was the level of the headliners.
Can we go back a little bit? I'd like to take you back to when we said MTV, because for younger people in the audience, MTV was a music channel that used to play music all day. You probably don't know what that is anymore. You have to look it up after this talk, because you realize most people under 25 or under 30, they don't know what MTV is. How was MTV involved in the beginning of the festival?
MTV became a media partner of the festival with a huge advertising all over Europe. And also they the first year they create a movie for the festival. This movie was broadcasted twice in 27 countries. And after that it was bought by VH1. And VH1 broadcast it twice worldwide, which is some exception in VH1 policy. So it was a very big push of the festival. The movie was very positive. But after that became the financial crisis in 2008, and it hit MTV. They cut this media partnership. They said, if you pay, we can continue, but this financial crisis hit us too, so we couldn't pay for another one movie. And that's it. But it was very big support from the beginning.
Mm. So the idea was to create the first big open-air festival in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Yeah? And you had support on the booking side from Shermenko, from Nick Hobbs. At what point did the Exit team step in to help with production? At which year of the festival?
They came third year because they're very close friends with The Prodigy. And I think that they have one festival Exit experience on with The Prodigy on the Adriatic coast. And they came. There are a lot of connections because PR and marketing director of Exit is Nikki McNeil. Mm-hmm. We are happy that she's here. Also, the production team of MTV Europe worked with Exit also. And then on the third year came one very important person to work with us, Richard Table, who is one of the three main guys of Glastonbury. He's event manager for 11 years. Another main guy is financial director, and another is programming director, which is connected with Peter Gabriel, Walmart and Real World Records. So you see on what level are these people. So Richard Table is also a legend in the music branch in Europe and worldwide, and he's also a lecturer in this international promoter conference in London. So he came, and of course I was not very comfortable, and I told him that I can't be his boss. He said, okay, and I will support you, and you don't need to be my boss. In fact, I learned a lot of him. So this is, let's say, some funny part of all this experience.
So that's how it all got started. Everybody got around the idea, and then support came from different places.
Yeah, and the spirit was this who united us, so that this name is exactly.
Why is the name important, do you think?
Very important, because the name has to be catchy, the name has to see what are we doing, because in fact the financial support was very low. It was 150,000 euro. Can you imagine to make such a big festival with such level of the headliners? But spirit was this that united us, and because all people in Bulgaria was happy that we are starting the first real open-air festival, and the first festival in Bulgaria, part of a European festival scene, not local festival, with huge support of international medias. So all people came to work with us just from phone call. Later we have done contracts, later we have done everything. Of course, I had good reputation that I'm always paying 20 years before I started to work 1991. About close to 20 years before the festival. And all subcontractors knows me, so all of them came. And it was something extremely out of order. For example, we were looking for the media partnership with the three main big televisions in Bulgaria. And usually you can work only with one, not with two or three. But first year we worked with three. They all of them said, well, we are breaking the rules. It doesn't matter that our concurrence is involved. We want to support this festival. The next year you have to choose. So the start was very big. All main television channels supported us with the huge advertising. And this growth of the festival led to the third year when it was the biggest and the most powerful edition of the festival from the beginning. Later, again, it was big. But the third year, the sponsors started to call me, not me to call to the sponsors, and started to bet who will put more money.
Which is exactly what you want.
Yes, exactly what you wanted. We made it only for 3 years. Mm-hmm. Exit told me that 7 years to take them to do this. And
so it was great. It was a really hot idea, and people got around to it, and then everybody wanted to help. Well, I'm going to come back to a few questions later to talk about money and where everything went. But I want to come back to Csaba for a little bit and talk about the festival structure now. Something that you said OZORA was very opposed to in the beginning, but you kind of had to go about it because obviously the festival now is franchised at a lot of places around the world, and you can't really franchise anything without offering some sort of a structure, can you? Or, correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, I'm trying to understand the question.
Well, the festival has been going on for a while, and it's a worldwide success. Everybody knows about it, and so other people want to replicate that in their home country, and they have, right? Do they do it with your blessing? Do they get in touch with you and say, we'd like to work with you in doing our own OZORA in this part of the world, or how does that work?
Well, I'm pretty sure that we are inspiring newbies, for sure, but unfortunately they can't really replicate our festival because it's a unique location with unique structures, with unique installations, so you just can't. They can ask that if yes, we would like to build the same acacia structures like you have, but even those structures it's a one-timers, so I don't think that anybody that insane like the owner who's like spending that amount of money to create such huge acacia buildings, like maybe you spotted in the pictures, like that huge tower or that huge dome or that huge main stage. These are something which you can try to copy, but then you're gonna bankrupt for sure, or you have to have a hell lot of money. But there is a new festival coming up this year in Hungary, and it's owned by one of the bank of Hungary. It's like a big banker guy, you know, big money man, and they are not even can manage that delicacy and that complexity what we have, because it's like a really organic, not just the structures, but the way how it's happened, and it's and because it's still evolving, and this kind of event really magnetized the creativity of the Hungarian builders. Like we have like 5 or 6 or even sometimes 7 or 8 crews, different ones from different parts from Hungary, like creating insane buildings, like super insane ones, and even the tiny details. And we have this art residency program before the festival for a month, and like people all around the world coming to create super wicked thingies. So they can really go for it, but no one can do another OZORA for sure, or that has to be like Elon Musk or I don't know, some guy. So.
Well, it's good to have money, but it seems that money is not everything. But speaking of money, does the money come from the owner of the land? I mean, obviously you charge tickets as well, and you have camping. So how does the festival support itself financially? And are you looking for that to grow bigger?
Well, because the owner usually coming from the shepherd thing, so he started with 300 sheep or whatever, and now he had like thousands of sheep, and then he downgraded to whatever. Now he just like sheep just to, you know, to have the sheep around because it was legacy or something, and he bought like massive amount of lands, and he's got corn on it. So it's usual. It is agricultural guy, like big timer. So, and because he's sort of he was sort of a visionary guy, and this vision like adopted by his son, who's like younger than me, but grew up on the festival from the beginning. So he's super intended to bring on his father's legacy. So they just put it in, and of course they are badass businessmen for sure, and they are keep things quiet. That guy is always like to bargain. That's insane. Like even in the IKEA, for sure. Trust me, he goes into the IKEA and he bargain a little, just in case to have the spirit for that. So really old school guys, and they're really strict on money. They really know how to handle it. They love to bargain, and they are pirates as well, big time.
So is that the festival bookers, the ones that get a hold of the agents and start negotiating rates?
Yeah, they are. Well, they let it to the promoter boss, and he's also pirate. We are Hungarians, we are kind of really burglars, whatever. So yeah, this is happening, and the owner doesn't like this advertising thingies. So even when the big beer company, like big time, they say, hey, just let us give us a few, sun shader, with our logo, and no.
He said, no, we've got
so
all the
no,
money we
nothing,
need.
no promotion, nothing. So if you see like pure, beautiful things, nothing else. Okay, you can see the fridge logo, whatever, which is like they don't give a fuck about like what is on the fridge, but that's the most what
how
we can
expensive is it
see.
to come to the festival? How expensive are tickets? Since money has to come from somewhere, and I mean it's not the Rothschild family.
Now, as far as I remember, I'm not into this because I don't.
You don't deal with
get
that?
out anything from it. Just my nice salary, which is whatever. As far as I know now, on the gates you can buy the ticket for €400, but You can bring in anything with you, not just the things you can buy in shops, but also you can get in dozens of beer cans and whatever.
Okay.
So you can have this camping feeling, of course, without any checkings. They don't care because after 3 days they won't go out to the shop. So there you go to the bar, and you have like a lot of free things around. You can participate in, I think, in 20 different workshops. You can have massages even every day if you want, like 12 types. So it's like a big playground, of course, and yeah, it's a bit pricey, but it's 10 days, and it's like we have proper names, not just the headliners of the psytrance scene. This year we're gonna have Anushka Shankar for ending, which is like, even we don't really know how we're gonna handle them, because they ask for in the rider, we need a backstage for this and this and that, and okay, that sounds fine, but
where's the helicopter landing?
Yeah, and then yeah, we're gonna give them a nice barn, which is like usually used for lectures, so they're gonna like it for sure. But yeah, like we have a quite proper lineup, so just I don't want to pick out names because there's too many to remember all of them. So check out on the website, and you're gonna be amazed. And well, now we are full booked, so you can't come for this year if you don't have the ticket, unless I try to sneeze you in. But it's also hard.
You know who to talk to after after this.
Even I'm not getting like guest tickets. Like I have to write down the names, how many I want, and then maybe yes, maybe almost 50-50 how much I get. But yeah.
So are the artists
like
are the artists calling you? They're calling the promoter and say, "I'd like to play this festival. I've heard good things about it," or do you have to bargain with them a lot? What's the dynamic there?
Well, because the whole festival lineup is based on that there's a psytrance festival, psychedelic gathering, how we call it. So it's mainly about psytrance. The main stage is like full-on psytrance. All the big names, what you ever can imagine, it's there. From Infected Mushroom to Asterix to Sponge to whatever, all these big psytrancers, they are there. They are there like a family. They come, okay, they negotiate, of course, a bit more, a bit less, whatever, but they are always come because this is also their kind of homecoming kind of thing. They meet there. It's a big family feeling in the VIP, so it's a bit weird as well. Nice. But yeah, now they are with children, so it's fun. And the other stage is like kind of differently, but the same thing with many electronic music. We have 2 other electronic stages: the Pumpui and the Dome, where we have like slower beats, and the Pumpui is more technoid stuff. But all the psytrance DJs with an alternative project goes there, so it's like really like DJs playing all around the stages. And there we have the Dragon Nest stage, which is the last music stage, which created in 2012. That was my intro job. That's how this whole live music came in, where we can now have Anushka Shankar, and we have Lee Scratch Perry, we have Laiko Felix, and we have many lovely names. Yeah, that's the best place which I like, and there it's like different. There we have this kind of old school promoting stuff, like, okay, would you like to come? Yes, this and this and this and that, and then I need this and this and this rider and whatever. That is more classical structure, but because this is like also like a kind of a nest of a dragon style of spot, and you know, now after a few years, now it has toilet and everything in the backstage, so it's developed nicely, but it's still really organic look like backstage. So it's not easy for the promoter of the stage to explain. Okay, and we don't have this white nice tents in the back and then separated like with every. You are just one stage, but it's gonna lovely.
I'm sorry to stop you there. We're running out of time. We're running a little short. So end of July, people have to come and see it for themselves. Definitely.
Next year.
I'd like to go back to Ivan. Next year, July.
Yeah, because
because it's full.
It's
but I thought we can
sold
get
out.
in. Sorry.
Sold out. Sorry.
I misunderstood. I thought you can. Well, it's a 50-50 chance. I'll put my name down just in
but
case.
you can get in, like sneak in. I kind of know.
Fly the
where,
pirate
but
flag. We can
know.
probably do that. Since we're running out of time, and so the Spirit of Burgas is no longer in existence. However, I would call that to be a legacy event for Bulgaria because it has created such a massive spillover and it's trained a lot of today's promoters in Bulgaria to work in a sort of a more professional manner. Can you comment as to that? How do you feel about the legacy of Spirit?
Well, it has a huge legacy because at the moment the most active promotion company is Fest Team, and the guys was part of my team from the very beginning of Spirit, so he weren't there. Another one, Nikolai Todorov, who is doing Spice Music Festival on the bridge, on the port of Burgas, was part of my team. He was doing one of the stages with ska, punk, new wave, dark wave. Another one who I'm happy that he came here, Bobby Milanov. He has now a project with Exit for the summer festival on Black Sea, but I will tell no more because it is not announced in the preparation. But he has done a Breeze Festival last year with Black Eyed Peas.
Nice.
Chemical Brothers also last year. I was happy that he invited me to consulting him. And more, let's say, Vasil Verbanov from Tangra Mega Rock, who was doing Sounds of the Ages on the Roman Amphitheater in Plovdiv. He was part of the festival. In fact, these are the most active promoters at the moment.
Fantastic. You'll be glad to know that Fest Team and Charmenko have actually merged. So your two friends are now on.
No merge.
Did they buy them out?
Sells. It
he
is
sold it.
selling, no merging.
Well, so your two friends are now under the same hat, so you can see them both when you go to their common office, I guess.
Sorry.
I was just joking that you two friends have now gotten together, so you've got,
The connection became from me. I connected Nikos with Vesin. So really, the legacy of the Spirit is a very big stamp of the current music stage in Bulgaria. Maybe only Military Rock Fest is connected with Kavarna Rock Fest.
Right.
And this is only thing that is outside from Spirit. But I think that every other thing is legacy from Spirit. So I'm proud of it, to be honest.
As you should be, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. I think we have a little bit of time for questions. So if anybody has a burning question, there's someone. There's Marta. Marta needs a microphone. Go ahead.
Just pretend you don't know me.
It's behind you.
This wasn't staged, you know.
It's okay. It's okay. Nobody needs to know these things.
Hi. So this is Marta from Primavera Sound in Barcelona. So congratulations for the success of all the years in Spirit of Burgas. My question would be for Csaba. First of all, never be ashamed for the price of your ticket, because no one bats an eye when Taylor Swift is charging $1,000 for 3 hours. So you're giving 10 days of amazing experiences. So 400 euros, be it. My question would be, how do you manage to keep true to the concept and the origin when your audience has evolved so much? I've seen that you have 1,000 kids around, most of them maybe even created on the venue. I've seen that many kids have been called OZORA. So how do you manage to evolve and stay true when your audience is also evolving with you?
Well, we take care of the kids very delicate and have them all the playgrounds, little shady, so they can sniff in the OZORA spirit to be Ozorians. So I think even we have this experience. We have a serious volunteer system. Okay, not that serious, but I mean, like a serious amount of volunteers are working around in our logistical area. And now we have like kids who apply, like 6 teenagers who apply for volunteers, and they're saying, okay, we grew up here and we want to be volunteers here. So those kids definitely come back, and their kids and their kids. So it's sadder that we're gonna have audience for sure. And we're just realizing that after the COVID, it was a huge boom. Like everyone wanna go out and have this festival feeling. So people found OZORA, I think, or refound, or new people found it. So because it's like now you have the fruit. It's like shiny, and I think it's gonna like shiny forever. So we don't really think on that, like how to like keep and raise audience and manage, okay, to newcomers. We just realizing that maybe next year we don't even need to make the lineup. We just, hey, also you can here is the ticket link and that's it. I'm realizing this, that people come for because of the experience, not for the lineup. And this is happening with other huge festivals. Like I went to Fusion, and they don't, I think, really care about the lineup at all. And 80,000, mostly Germans. Okay, it's a big country, whatever. But in Boom, Portugal, they don't even really care about the lineup at all, I guess. Okay, they do it, of course, but they are not really like based on the lineup. They are really based on the area, the spirit of the place, the environment, and they know that if they go there, there's not gonna be walls and fences and shit like that. There's gonna be like pure love, and that's it. And this is the answer. Like we love it, and people love it. So love manage it for us. So I guess that's nice answer, I guess. But yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Something like that.
Which is exactly where every festival wants to be. You haven't announced the lineup, you just put the dates, and then we open doors and people come in. We have 2 minutes for a last question.
My name is Zvotumira, and my question is somehow related with the previous one. Do you have something like a long-term vision how you want the festival to develop through the years? Did you set up the frame, or you said you're based on very organic lifestyle, let's say, and do you allow, for example, autonomous form to develop? How do you see the vision of your festival, if you have such?
Well, I can't say that we have an actual proper team building vision kind of thingy. We just do it, and it's working. It's really sounds stupid and really naive and childish. But we are really like, I'm 43, I guess. My colleagues also. We are getting old. We are afraid of that. Hey, we are getting old, and we are still doing things for the people in their 20s. So how are we gonna manage it? But it's like, as I said, it's because of the history we have. The history sells it, and we put in like massive amount of hours and days and almost our life into this. So this is how I think it's work. Like full power of what you're feeling, and we're always like making extras and developing that. And this is like, the festival is on 80 acres, so we have place to develop. And okay, let's do another stage, whatever. And I think maybe if I come back in 5 years, we're gonna have this team building kind of feeling. Okay, let's start to be really adult and do this in a proper way, like other big festivals are doing it. But I'm there since 2011, and we never really have a proper team building. We just got drunk and fucked up, and that was the team building. So I don't know how we manage it. Maybe like because of this really instinct, hardcore love what we about. When we go there and we are living there for months, and then it's even much better to be there when it's not 30,000 people there and just we. But yeah, this something I don't know. I guess I don't answer the question, but maybe you can steer out some info from it.
I think you have, and you've done it very, very well. And so, in closing, I'd like to say that, so in the beginning, there was a concept. So it seems that every festival that has a bit of spirit and a soul into it has left an indelible mark on the hearts and the hands of the people that have worked at it, whether that be Spirit or the ever-evolving OZORA. And I'd like to thank you guys so much for sharing everything that you had with us this morning. A round of applause for our fantastic panel, Mr. Csaba Mata and Mr. Ivan Valkov. I've been Boyan Pinter. Enjoy the rest of your day.